What if I told you that the single most important organ for determining how long and how well you live isn't your heart or your liver or even your brain, but it's actually your skeletal muscle? Yeah, you heard that right. Okay, let's dive into this because we're about to completely change the way you think about muscle forever.
For the longest time, this is what pretty much everyone thought. We've always looked at muscle through this super narrow lens. It's either about looking good on the beach or about raw power. But honestly, this idea is not just old, it's dangerously outdated. It completely misses the profound, life-sustaining role that muscle plays in our health.
And this right here, this is the total game changer. Your muscle isn't just some passive tissue that moves you around. No, it's the largest endocrine organ in your entire body. Think about that. Every time it contracts, it's like a pharmacy, manufacturing and releasing hundreds of these powerful chemical signals that travel everywhere and orchestrate this incredible symphony of health throughout your entire system. So this brings up a really important point. Because when we're talking about longevity, it turns out not all muscle is created equal. The real story isn't about how big your muscles are, it's about what they can do. The real danger is the one you can't see.
Okay, so let's break down these two silent killers. On one hand, you have sarcopenia. This is the one most people know about. It's when you actually lose muscle mass. Your muscles physically shrink. But then there's dynapenia. This is the invisible threat. This is the loss of muscle strength. And here's the crazy part. You can have totally normal-sized muscles, look fine on the outside, but be suffering from crippling dynapenia. They just don't have any power.
So that leads to the million-dollar question, right? For our actual survival, what's more important? The size of our muscles or the strength of our muscles? Well, the research is just crystal clear on this. I mean, look at these numbers. If you have low muscle strength, that's dynapenia. Even if you have completely normal muscle mass, your risk of dying from any cause is over 2.5 times higher. Just let that sink in for a second. Your muscle's power is a far better predictor of your survival than its size. Strength is the critical factor. Okay, so we know strength is king. But how? How does it actually protect us on a chemical level? Well, this brings us to the most incredible part of this whole story, the pharmacy that's already operating inside your own body. Every single time you use your muscles, I don't care if you're lifting a heavy weight or just getting up out of your chair, you are doing so much more than just a mechanical action. You are firing up a sophisticated chemical factory. You are literally manufacturing and secreting these things called myokines. Some people even call them hope molecules that act like powerful drugs for the rest of your body. So let's talk about one of these amazing drugs your muscles make. It's called BDNF. The easiest way to think about it is like fertilizer for your brain. When you exercise, your muscles pump out BDNF. It travels up to your brain and it literally helps new neurons grow and strengthens the connections you already have. This is the direct chemical link between exercise and fighting off cognitive decline. And it gets even cooler. There's another myokine called irisin. What's so special about this one is that it can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. This means your muscles get to speak directly to your brain, no middleman. And we know irisin improves things like memory and learning. It just further proves how powerful this muscle-brain connection really is. All right, so we get it. Muscle strength is critical, and it works by releasing these incredible molecules. So the next logical question is, what do we do about it? Let's get practical and lay out the exact prescription to get your internal pharmacy up and running.
The amazing news is that the science points to a really clear and, frankly, surprisingly achievable sweet spot. We're talking about just 30 to 60 minutes of resistance training per week. That's it. This isn't about spending your life in the gym. It's about a highly targeted, super efficient dose that gives you the maximum reduction in your risk of dying from all causes, heart disease, and cancer.
But here's where the real magic happens. Just look at this chart. If you only do resistance training, you lower your mortality risk by about 17%. Pretty good. Aerobic exercise alone, about 20%. Also good. But when you combine them, the effect just explodes. You get a staggering 40% reduction in all-cause mortality risk. That combination is one of the most powerful longevity tools we have. Of course, you can't build this vital organ without the right building blocks. And here's something really important to understand as we get older. Our bodies develop what's called anabolic resistance. It just means we get less efficient at using protein to build muscle. And that's why, counterintuitively, you actually need more protein as you age. Aim for at least 1.0 to 1.2 grams for every kilogram of your body weight, every single day. So, how do we wrap our heads around all this?
The most powerful way is to stop thinking of exercise as a chore and start seeing it as a direct investment in the person you're going to be years from now. This is the ultimate takeaway, the big idea. Just think of your muscle as a biological retirement account. Every single workout is a deposit. You build up this reserve of strength and function your whole life so that when things get tough later on, and they will, whether it's an illness, an injury, or just the stress of aging, you have this deep reservoir you can draw from to stay strong and independent. So look, your body is ready. Your muscles are literally just waiting for the command to contract, to release all those hope molecules, and to build up your strength reserves. The only question left is, when are you going to make your next deposit?